Christmas 2020. December is a really busy month, so I find it very difficult to do Vlogmas, but I thought now that my Out of Office is on, I would take you with me along my knitting, my fibre and my family adventures over the Christmas period. So let's go. It is Sunday the 20th of December and we have gone into a tier 4 lockdown last night in Wales. So everything has changed slightly. Christmas plans are now no longer possible. But of course we don't have a kitchen, so we were going to go to a cottage in Mid Wales for a couple of days just so we'd be able to cook and have some food, but that's not going to happen anymore. So we're just kind of trying to figure out ways of how we can make Christmas happen, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if we don't have what we normally have for Christmas, but yeah, we've got a slow cooker in storage because of all the building work that's going on in the house. Most of our stuff is in storage, so we're just going to pop along there this morning and try and get some bits and bobs so we can try and set up some sort of Christmas shenanigans. Yeah. So off to the storage place and trying to reimagine what our Christmas dinner can be. I think we've got a slow cooker, so we're going to get the slow cooker. We might have to get a couple of chairs. Have we still got the foldy up chairs in storage?
I don't
know. Yeah, because I tried we've got one of those old round halogen oven things, you know, that yeah, you can put like a potato in it because they're that small. So I think, yeah, so I think our one is working. My brother's mother-in-law also has one, so I think we'll try and get one from her. Yeah, it's fun times. Just going through some games from our stuff in storage, seeing what we might play over Christmas. We have this game. Not so much. It's not a funny game, is it? Nope. Oh, the irony. There we go. Mission complete. Got the slow cooker. Also some games. Oh no, part of the break's still on. Oh, it's exhausting. Also found some booze that we'd put in storage, thinking we would have it out by Christmas because the kitchen would be done by Christmas, but that's not true. So yes, board games and slow cooker and booze. I mean, is there any other combination one needs at Christmas? I don't think so. If there is, I don't know it. Yeah, so now we're going to treat ourselves with a drive-through Starbucks. It is just a heady mix of a day. Bits of Christmas in a cup. So back home after our little trip to the storage place, and I have some knitted gifts to finish off this morning. So I will crack on with those. A very grey day outside again, but yeah, so I should be watching some programs on Netflix and getting these knitted gifts finished. So this is my gift knitting stuff that I'm doing, and I don't know about you, but I cannot bear these sort of little fiddly projects. I can't tell you what it is just in case, but yes, I find it so tricky. And these little metal needles, I think they are 2.25, and they're really stabby when you're doing something kind of small and fiddly like this. But there we are. Not too much more to do now, but losing the light, so I had better crack on with these so that I can get on to a bigger project, more enjoyable project. So I'm just having a little break from my tiny knitting, which was starting to get on my nerves, and I am losing the light now, so it is better to kind of put that aside before I get really cross and stab myself in my finger. Yes, so I've put that to one side. So what else is on the cards fibre-wise today? Well, I'm having a little cup of tea, having some Stollen bites, trying to get into the Christmas spirit. But Julia of the Happy Knitting Podcast has decided on the hashtag Tier 4 cast on. So a project that is nice and bright and cheerful, because obviously a lot of people have headed into a Tier 4 lockdown, and that's certainly something that we have done here in Wales. And I'm scrabbling around trying to open this bag beneath your nose. So, brightness, bright things. I'll just get to open the bag and go. So I bought this from John Arbon Textiles a while ago, and I think I've shown you before, but I think this is pretty bright and scrumptious. Looks pretty bright and scrumptious to me. So I might, she said I can do a spin on rather than a cast on, and that would be acceptable. So I've got that one, but it's also partnered up with this crazy. So maybe I'll start with this one actually. This looks like a super bright cast on. And it's what I was talking about the other day in my podcast, the fact that sometimes a really bright fibre, when it's actually spun up, kind of it dulls down a little bit, it gets a little bit calmer. So this is Appledore Slack My Girdle. Yeah, that's exactly what it says. I'll show you now. Can you read that? It might be the wrong way around on the phone, I'm not sure. Slack My Girdle. John Arbon Textiles, always loving their fibre names, their yarn names. So yeah, I think this evening, that is what I will start, putting some of that cheeriness on my spinning wheel.